Here we are again, heading out on another day trip from Yokosuka. This is November 17, 2013, and we're headed over to the Yokosuka JR train station. We're going to catch a train and head up to Ofuna, where we're going to transfer trains and then take a train down to Odawara, where we're going to spend much of our time today. We're going to tour the Odawara Castle, quite a famous castle back during the Shogun times with these clans and warlords. A lot of history there. We were sorely disappointed that we weren't able to take pictures inside, but we'll get to that in just a little bit. Taking some pictures here of the walk to the train station. We left the new Yokosuka Hotel somewhere around 8:15. Not too many people out on the streets then. We stopped by the other station here, the one that JR doesn't go to, but some of us had to bump up the amounts on our Passmo cards. So that's what we're doing right here. There's Jim and Gary, one of the officials, trying to help them out. The music, the background music is a lot of traditional, older Japanese music that sometimes you hear in the restaurants. It's just a little bit of a walk, I don't know, quarter mile, half mile to get to the JR station. But what a beautiful morning this was. The weather reports late last week said it was going to be partly cloudy and a little bit of rain today, but I tell you what, it was nowhere to be found. It was a little cool this morning. Most of us had some jackets on, but they were quickly shed. Here we are getting to the JR station. Getting ready to board the train. First, of course, a look at the boards. Here's how the Passmo works. I've got it in my little wallet there, and I just touch it on the device there. The transponder reads it, and at the other end it tells you how much it costs and how much you have left on your Passmo. And we get out where the trains are. It was waiting for us. This was the beginning of the line, so we got on and sat down and waited on the heated seats. Yeah, believe it or not, it's not just the toilet seats here in Japan that are heated, but the seats in the trains in the morning are heated too. Sometimes it's too warm. Some of the guys stood up for a while because their butt was sweating. So we get up here to Ofuna. Here's some of the pictures as we're walking out of the train station to take a look at the Ofuna Cannon. This is a pretty good sized statue, a female Buddha statue that you'll see here pretty quick. Big, tall, white looking thing. They began the construction of this Buddha. There's a temple inside in 1929. And World War II kind of cut them short of finishing it, but they came back later in 1954 and finally finished it in 1960. So we head back to the train station to catch the train down to Odawara. So sit back, relax, listen to a little of the music. Coming up here pretty soon, was going to videotape the train coming in to pick us up to take us down to Odawara. And the The one that I thought was coming in to pick us up didn't stop, as you'll see here in the video. In fact, he gave me a blast from his horn telling me to get back. Okay, now comes our train.
Okay, this one's putting on the brakes.
2-3 months, and then I have to do it again. Now I hardly do it, but I know how to do it, so. It's no strict.
Okay, time to head out of the train station and making our way to the Odawara Castle, which we spent quite a bit of time at, walking up the streets. Okay, time to leave the train station and just getting a couple of pictures of some of the businesses there along the way. And as we head up the streets, we came along a donut shop. Some of the guys didn't eat breakfast, so a donut tasted pretty good. Should have had a little coffee to go along with it. Small, quiet little streets here in Odawara. Where's that donut shop anyway? Hey, Red, where's the donuts? Ah, right here. Here's the donuts. Red led us right to them. Of course, Gary helped too. We got to the castle grounds, and there was some kind of a bite of Odawara going on here, like kind of like they have the bite of Seattle, you know, every year. There was high school bands playing. There was some other entertainment going on. Lots and lots and lots of food vendors, though. We're going to be heading up into the castle. This is where the museum is. A lot of very interesting artifacts there. I was counting on taking several pictures so everybody could see what was inside. There was a lot of swords, daggers, samurai, tools of their trade, so to speak. Not just their swords, but there was ninja stars, real old things. A lot of the armor that were worn by the warriors back in those days. This castle, from what I understand, was built back in, I think, the 1400s. And there was a lot of wars that would go on from time to time, and the castle did change hands a couple of times. Eventually, it was overrun and taken and torn down to prevent any warlord from taking it over again. And it was rebuilt later on in, let's see here, around 1950 and then into the 60s. It's a pretty massive structure. You'll see from the top, after we got up to the very, very top there, I took some pictures 360 degrees around to show what the countryside looked like. They're quite impressive. We also had a flower show going on down below. I took a couple of closer pictures of those flowers that look pretty nice. The main event today, though, was when Ron, Gary, and Red dressed up in the traditional dress of the samurai warrior. That's coming up here. It was quite interesting. It only cost 300 yen to do it, which is pretty close to just $3. But we all had a lot of entertainment out of it. Got a lot of pictures, a lot of smiles from the locals as they came by to see us taking pictures. Here's the pictures from the top. Okay, here we come up to where the three amigos here got all dressed up. You'll enjoy this. get him outside where the sun would give us more color. Come on, guys, let's head outside. Let's go. Hurry up.
One more run.
Okay.
I need
Well,
this
hang
one
on.
to be. That may be my new Facebook.
All right.
Good. Good. That one. Ready? Move over. That's perfect.
Get,
Not all standing still.
I think I got two of you.
give me just one of me.
One of you.
On my camera though, wherever it is.
Your camera? I don't know where
The
your
phone?
camera
The phone.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. You don't know where it is, huh?
is. I don't know where it is.
All right. You got it?
One more.
It'll be a good
Yep.
Facebook kind of post.
Well, after we made the journey to the local Harley Davidson dealer to get some t-shirts, we then would head back and get on the bullet train, which was something Red's been wanting to do, and several of us, of course, wanted to experience it too. It works a little different than the other trains. You don't use a Passmo card. Instead, you have to buy a ticket. It costs a little more, of course, to go that fast. And so after the Harley shop, walked back up to the train station and got our tickets. You'll see the pictures coming up here before too long. And then there's also some video of bullet train coming through the train station that doesn't stop there. They slow down somewhat, but they just whip right through. And then when our train pulled up and we got on it, then there'll be some video on our way up to I don't know, it was in between Yokohama and Tokyo somewhere. I can't remember the name of the town. But you'll just have to enjoy the music as you watch the scenery go by. It's going by pretty fast. I looked it up on the internet, and it says that the speeds are somewhere around 200 miles an hour. They can go faster than that, but the track probably doesn't allow it, or their time, the time schedules, because they don't want to bump into other trains, so to speak. Here we are in the train station getting our tickets. So listen to the music for the rest of the way.
Wait for it.
Solid, Gary?
Yeah.
線、総武線と京浜急行線はお乗り換えです。今日も新幹線をご利用くださいましてありがとうございました。品川を出ますと次は終点東京です。
Ladies and gentlemen, we will soon make a brief stop at Shinagawa. Passengers going to the Yamanote, Keihin Tohoku, Tokaido, Yokosuka, Sobu, and Keihin Kyuko lines, please change trains here at Shinagawa. Thank you.